Wednesday, May 24th, Ladies and gentlemen, Bills Mafia Happy Hour. As promised, y'all, I am coming at you every single Monday through Friday for a Bills Mafia Happy Hour. 5:30 for the most part. Friday might be 4:30. Who knows? But make sure those notifications are smashed so you never miss an exclusive Buffalo Bills live stream. I know that I'm excited. I was a little disappointed because I realized that today was an off day for the Bills. Media wasn't allowed to be there. They'll be there tomorrow, though, which is exciting. So yet another day of OTAs where we can see a lot more of exactly how some of our new guys are looking, how our offense is meshing together. Not sure about you. Subtle flex. I had Shane Ray actually retweet one of my tweets today and say, you don't follow me on Twitter, you can do that right there. It was basically me just saying, did anybody see that drill that Shane Ray, like literally this dude sent a pad into the multiverse. I'm very excited about him. But regardless, it is what it is. It is Bills Mafia Live. It is Wednesday. And I saw a couple of comments in the live chat essentially saying that they saw the defensive line video on the AFC East roundtable. I did that this morning. Myself, Colby, Richie, and Tyson ended up filming a couple of videos for your viewing pleasure. And then tonight is the AFC East roundtable. 8 p.m. EST. If you watch the AFC East roundtable on a religious basis, let us know in the chat. It's one of our favorite shows. And tonight we have a damn episode. Not even going to lie to you. Today, my friends, we are not only doing OTA roundups, but we're also announcing that major event that we were telling you about for the Buffalo Bills and the Jets. The AFC East roundtable is doing their very first event in New Jersey. And so I had to correct myself there for a hot second. And what's going to go down with that is the fact that we are launching tickets. We ended up getting a really good deal from the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets, or the Jets ticket office, rather. And our tickets are going on sale today. You are going to get a ticket to the game. You are going to get an exclusive ticket to our live tailgate party hosted at Reds, which is right across the street from MetLife. Open bar, food, live show for the AFC East roundtable. Like, it's going to be crazy. We hired a producer. They're not only going to be filming our live show, like we're looking to do like a damn like college game day style thing. Like we're thinking about setting up like our entire table like on the balcony with MetLife in the background, us just sort of talking our shit. It's going to simultaneously be live streamed. And then also they're going to be following us around all day with a camera. So you could have an opportunity of being on this show as well, or being on the AFC's roundtable video once that drops. So that information is being leaked tonight. They are already on sale for everybody that has emailed us a few days later telling us how many tickets you wanted. So they are on sale right now, but we're going to be releasing the information about how to buy those and secure your spot. Because let me tell you what, we got y'all a damn deal. Because if you look at some of the tickets that are on for that Monday Night Football game against Bills and Jets, they're astronomical. So the section that we ended up getting, it's an absolute deal. Like, I mean, like you're getting all of that tailgate party. You're going to be getting that open bar, food. You're going to be getting an AFC East roundtable, like t-shirt exclusive for the event. And it's going to cost less than what it would cost you simply to buy something from SeatGeek or Ticketmaster. It's an absolute deal, my friend. Absolute deal. Thank you for coming in. I see a bunch of people in the chat right now. Cody just grabbed a bourbon. Man, I love it, bro. I'm sitting here drinking a little bit of green tea. So I was thinking about making myself a bourbon tonight for the AFC's roundtable because I think that TD Finstock is going to be on one, especially if you guys are watching that defensive line video. I have no idea how that man even thinks that that's just going to be something, right? I mean, is what it is. Michael's coming in saying, yo, what's up, Danny boy? What's up, man? What's up, bro? That is our resident Browns fan. The absolute, man. He knows how high I am on the Cleveland Browns. Hell yeah, that's cool, Dan. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's absolutely right, bro. That's absolutely right what my homie just said. Smash that like button. It takes less than a second, and it takes the YouTube algorithm a very, very long way. Helps out the channel quite a bit. say that you rock with me and you like the content that I've been spewing out as of late, easiest way to do that. Smash that like button. Make it work. Make it work. Real talk. Did Bills get better at wide receiver? Johnny Chats. Johnny Chats. At wide receiver, okay, so I think this is two different conversations. Do I think that our pass attack got better? Absolutely, 110%. I think that with Dalton Kincaid, who out of every single clip that I have seen from this guy, out of every single clip that I have seen from Dalton Kincaid at OTAs thus far, he has not been lined up as a traditional tight end. He has been lined up as a receiver. Going off with that, he's essentially just going to be our slot guy. He really is. I could very rarely see or think of him being a traditional tight end. So with that included, absolutely. I think our pass attack got absolutely absurd. I think with him being included, I think that Gabe Davis, his game is going to elevate because his responsibilities are going to dwindle. And then I love Sherfield. Love Sherfield. I love Deontay Hardy. I really think that he's going to be good. I have high hopes for Shorter. I have high hopes for Khalil Shakir as well. Yes, most definitely. And it's funny that that's really all we needed was just that one piece for Dalton Kincaid to go in to really be able to elevate everything else that we have on the wide receiver level. And it's funny, dude, because I feel like once again, that D-Hop rumor is starting to circulate again. I mean, dude goes on a podcast. And he said some statement along the lines of being like, oh, yeah, I would love to end my career with a quarterback like Josh Allen. I've been watching him my entire career. I enjoy watching him play. That's my dude. So now, for the third time this offseason, you're getting a bunch of national media people coming on saying like, oh, my God, it's going to be DeAndre Hopkins now. It's going to be DeAndre Hopkins now. He's going to the Bills. It's confirmed. I've been disappointed too much this offseason. First off, I don't think we have the money. But is what it is. But yes, I do think that our passing attack has gotten better. I think that our receivers are going to be elevated because we finally have a very credible person coming out of the slot. Very credible person coming out of the slot. Johnny Chat says, Bills did not address the offensive tackle position. Man, I know. That was definitely a reservation. That was definitely a complaint from a lot of people going on into the offseason. Like, really, when it comes down to it, I think Osiris Torrance is going to be great. Obviously, he's a guard. But I think when it comes down to it, I think that they just are hoping that Spencer Brown can have a bounce-back year. He was a disappointment last year. He really was. Let's be honest with ourselves. I mean, you have to ask who is versatile enough on this offensive line that can really be able to make the move. Is Ryan Bates, does he have the ability to switch over to the tackle position if Spencer Brown doesn't elevate his play? Because that's the weak link on our offensive line. Like, literally, like, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Like, I'm looking at this right now. I'm trying to, here, let me go ahead and put this real fast. Got me. Let me present a little bit for the boys. Right now, like, you look at all this, like, with Deion Dawkins, I'm fine with this. Connor McGovern, left guard. I mean, my buddy's a Cowboys fan. He's not too high on him. I think that it's certainly an upgrade from Saffold last year, for the love of God. Definitely a huge upgrade on that aspect. Mitch Morse, he's getting to that point, man. He's getting to that point where I think he's about a concussion away from retirement. He's getting older. His PFF rating last year wasn't great, but when he's not on that line, you see how abysmal like our production is there. Ryan Bates, I love. Obviously, I love Osiris Torrance, and then Spencer Brown, who is going to be the question mark when it comes down to it. So we're just going to have to see what happens with that. Michael's coming in saying Browns are named the top suitor for D-Hop. I mean, I think him and I think him and Watson would be great together. I really, really do. Mike Green, that new rule is going to ruin some of the game as returns make the game more dynamic and fun. I know, man. It's definitely turning into a bit of like a Pee-wee League rule. I wasn't expecting the NFL to do that. I mean, I get their ethos behind it, right? I think that they want to be able to reduce concussions because the vast majority of concussions, at least statistically, occur during the kick return. So I still think it's weak, though. It's absolutely weak. Like, say, for example, you get it in between the 25 and the end zone. Like, that's taking away, like, any meaningful play that your kicker can make during a situation like that. Like, say, for example, it lands, right, like, at, like, the 2 or the 3 or something along those lines. Like, you just fair catch it. You just fair catch it, and it's right at the 25. I think that it's pretty nonsense, if you have to ask me. I'm kind of curious to see what other rules that they're going to do to baby up the sport a little bit. But for now, I mean, we're just going to have to, like when it happens to our detriment, I feel like Bills fans are going to be very upset about it. But when it happens to our advantage, I feel like we have to roll with the punches with that. That's just kind of how it works. And when the Diop trade doesn't happen again, and Diop will pretend he never said it again, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I just don't foresee it. How many times are they going to tease us with D-Hop? Yeah, he'd make a difference. Can we afford it? I think June 1st is where everybody is eyeing it. I don't see him staying with the Cardinals. He obviously didn't show up to OTAs because it sounds like he doesn't want to be there. Like, that entire interview, he was roasting Kyler Murray, as he should. He was basically going out about that he wants to play with a team and a quarterback that loves the game. So essentially, he's telling us all what everybody on earth has always thought of Kyler Murray. What everybody has always thought about Kyler Murray is that he's not serious. He doesn't care. I think in the back of his head, he knows that if he wanted to, if football didn't work out, that he could legitimately just go back to baseball. Because, like, dude was like a first-round pick, or like he would have been a first-round pick in baseball that year. But I don't really know. I really don't know. Jersey Dolphins, what's up, man? What's up, bro? Hope all is well. Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys. Listen, you went on ahead. You read that correctly. What I want to do is I want to compare how I think the Buffalo Bills have stacked up against the rest of the AFC. Because I feel like for the past couple of weeks after the draft, I feel like everybody has been like, damn, saying, oh, man, like all these teams got a lot better. The Bills are done. The window's done. Number one, not the case. Not the case whatsoever. We have essentially the exact same team as we did last year, and then you add on some additional weapons that make us better. We ended up restocking our wide receiving weapons. We have a better run game now. Damian Harris and Latavius Murray. I'm still a little upset about the fact that Latavius Murray didn't show up to OTAs, but here we are. He's older. I get it. He's 34. I mean, honestly, now that I reflect on it, I'm maybe glad that he's not trying to risk any sort of injury in training camp. He's trying to make that 53. But running game with Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, we've restocked on the wide receiving room. Our secondary is going to be fully healthy. You have Kyer Elam coming into his second year. Taron Johnson is probably one of the best slot corners in the entire league. And you have a Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer back together, playing together. Dangerous safety tandem. The only thing that's a question mark on this team, in my opinion, is going to be that right tackle side, or rather, I would say the right side of our offensive line, or the tackle position in general, left and right. And then our linebackers. So really, when I look at this team, I feel like that we've gotten stronger in areas that we were weak in last year, but then we ended up losing out on linebacker. So essentially, we did like a swap from that area. So I don't think, and like when everyone says, oh man, like I feel that the Bengals are going to run away with it, or the Chiefs, we got to worry about the Chiefs, man. Or like we got to worry about our own division. We got to worry about the Jets. We got to worry about Aaron Rodgers. We got to do all that. We're still very, very high ranked in the AFC. In my opinion, I'll be honest with you. I think as far as like the top three contenders that were in the AFC last year, right? It was the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. You can't prove me wrong. I think out of anybody last year in the AFC, I don't think anybody watching this show can tell me that you wouldn't agree that this is a take that just about everyone agrees with. The Chiefs, the Bengals, and then the Bills were the top 3 in the AFC. I look at the Bengals and I look at the Chiefs, okay? And what I wanted to look at first is I wanted to take a look at the Chiefs' schedule. Because first off, I want to put it out there that I am never going to be that guy that is going to question Patrick Mahomes. He's elite. He's the best quarterback in the damn league. But if you look at these fools' wide receiving room outside of Travis Kelce, who's still a stud. He's still an absolute stud, Travis Kelce. He is. Don't get me wrong. Their number 1 receiver on that team this year is MVS. When MVS is your number 1 receiver, doesn't tell me a lot about how confident you are within that wide receiving room. Then you have, I think it's Kadarius Toney and then Sky Moore, a second-year rookie. And then Toney was never utilized at the Giants, barely utilized in Kansas City last year either. So Mahomes really doesn't have a lot to work with in the receiving room outside of Travis Kelce. And then also, they're riding on Isaiah Pacquiao. How many times do we see a rookie running back like Isaiah Pacquiao for the Kansas City Chiefs or for any team for that matter have a great year, great production, but then lay a damn egg the following year? Think Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? His first year, did solid, did his thing. But let's take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs schedule. Let's really do it and see what's going on. Let's see if there's much of a difference as far as where we project the Chiefs to go and where we project the Buffalo Bills to go. Because I'm really not seeing a lot. This game right here against the Lions, people think I'm crazy, but I see the Lions beating the Chiefs right here. I really do. I think it's Thursday Night Football. I love the Lions, man. I think that offense is going to absolutely go ham. I think that it's going to be high scoring because this is not going to be the defense that's going to be able to expose their shitty wide receiver room, but I still see them losing that. Jags is going to be a tough game for them. Jets is going to be tough for them, obviously. Vikings probably not. I think the Broncos are going to be pretty hard. I mean, yeah, dude, they have the AFC West, who is going to beat up on each other this year because the Broncos are going to improve. They have the AFC East, too. On top of that, they have a very difficult schedule. They really, really do. Don't get me wrong, the Buffalo Bills have a very difficult schedule, too. But as far as a gap, between the Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, it's microscopic, if there is one at all. Perhaps the Bills have a slight advantage because I would take their wide receiver room. And so I would take their wide receiver room over the Kansas City Chiefs any day of the week. Let me know what you think in the live chat. But I think there's no question that I think the Buffalo Bills wide receivers are hands down significantly better than what they have right here. Really. So starting off with these AFC teams, the Chiefs, I really don't see them being leaps and bounds than us because their schedule is just as hard as ours. I think their division is just as difficult as ours because that whole AFC West beats the hell out of each other. So with Cody, he's saying microscopic per year, not per dynasty, unfortunately. Yeah, man, most definitely. Right now, I'm just looking at because I hate when I see the national media try to say, oh, yeah, and so the Bills are done, right in the AFC. And they always mention the Chiefs and the Bengals. And I'm just seeing, bro, I really don't see how the Chiefs are anywhere near significantly better than the Buffalo Bills. I really, really don't. So that right there is the Chiefs. I mean, now obviously you need to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, right? I want to see their schedule because I really haven't even taken a look at this yet. But a couple of things to look out. The Bengals did get better. They did obviously improve. Their offensive line. They did. I mean, with Orlando Brown Jr., that is investing in your quarterback. Something I think the Miami Dolphins should have done for Tua, but they didn't. So you bring Orlando Brown in there. That's some more protection for Joe Burrow going into it. My concern for the Cincinnati Bengals is their defense because they lost both of their safeties. Bates is gone. And that was half the reason why their secondary was so damn good. I think their secondary is going to have a couple of holes. There's no way that the Bengals can put that much hope in some rookies or some ragtag free agents that they attempted to throw in their secondary and expect anywhere near the same production that they have. Offensively, this Bengals team got better. I do think so with that offensive lineman. Joe Mixon's going to be gone, so that run aspect to them is going to be gone. But, I mean, and the Bengals are a pass-first team anyway, so I really don't see that being much of a factor. But as far as overall, dude, like the Bengals, I think got worse because of those blows that they received from their secondary being gone. So when I compare it to that, and like, I mean, when I'm talking both of their safeties are gone, like, here, you know what? Let's go ahead and check out their depth chart. Because I am not scared. Cincinnati Bengals depth chart. Because I'm not scared of their secondary at all. Like, this team's going to give up a lot of points. They are going to give up a lot of points this year. They really are, right? Okay. So, that's rough. Dax Hill, right? Dax Hill. Okay. Just 11 solo tackles last year. Nothing from that category. Nick Scott. Like, yeah. Like, both of these guys are gone. Let's check out their corners. I mean, dude, they are like, I mean, like they're scraping the barrel right now. Like Cam Taylor-Britt, he can get got, but their secondary got worse. And so their secondary ended up getting worse. There's no question about that. So let's go and get back into their schedule. And spoiler alert, like I think the Bills are in a better position now than the Bengals are. I do. I think we improved. I still think that offensively they're stacked because they still have all their receivers. Still all of them are back with Boyd and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's crazy. But, I mean, and so the Browns is going to be tough, man. Like, I feel like everyone's counting the Browns out, man. Like, I mean, like they're definitely going to at least get one on the Bengals. Ravens are at least going to get one on the Bengals as well. The Rams, come on, dude. They actually have a really easy stretch. The Niners will probably be a challenge for them. Bills, Bengals, Texans, Ravens again, Steelers, Jags, who I'm about to talk about next, because that's another team that is in the conversation with how the Bills stack up against the rest of the AFC. That's going to be a little bit more difficult. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. This Bengals team has a fucking cakewalk of a schedule. I think the Bengals have a very easy schedule this year. Outside of their division, they play the Chiefs, they play us, they play the Niners. Everybody else, it's going to be a cakewalk. But I don't see there being, like the Chiefs, there's not that much of a significant gap between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. You can't prove otherwise, to me at least. Like I just don't see it. Now we got to talk about this team who, hear me out. And so I do still think, okay, spoiler alert, I do still see the Buffalo Bills. Being hands down a hell of a lot better than this team. There's no debate on that one. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, man, this team's good. This team is good this year, boys. This team is good this year. In fact, I've been seeing a lot of people in the chat right now saying, yeah, and so the Jags will be decent and definitely have the cake schedule. Dude, it is so dumb. It is so dumb with the Jacksonville Jaguars, really. In fact, and so we can just talk about it because this thing right here, like first off, they're in the AFC South. Nobody can confidently look you in the eye and expect the Tennessee Titans to be anything this year. They're going to be god-awful. They're going to be so bad, the Titans. The Jags will win that division. The Jags will win that division by 4 games. I can almost guarantee you that. Then they play the NFC South. Right? They have a couple of tests, right? I mean, obviously they play the Bills in London, which is going to be very exciting. And then they play the Bengals as well. But for the most part, there's a possibility this team might be the first seed this year, just based off of scheduling. Just based off of scheduling alone. Like, look at the Jags schedule. Look at our schedule. Look at the Chiefs schedule. First seed might be between Cincinnati and the Jags. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility because I think that the Jags are going to be very, very damn good. Very, very damn good once Calvin Ridley ends up coming in. So it's just going to be figuring out how it works out. Michael's saying they lost their whole DB room, though. I think you were talking about the Bengals or maybe the Jags, one of the two. It's fine, Dan. And the Dolphins have Isaiah Wynn now. Also, do you know where to send Tua's Goodwill Soon cards to? Yeah, I saw some pictures of him at OTAs. It looked like he had like a larger helmet on than everybody else. I just hope they keep that guy safe, bro. Invest in your damn quarterback. Are you crazy? Mike Green saying that I see the Jags as fourth seed unless one of the other three has major issues / injuries. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I think that they may have an opportunity of finishing higher just due to the fact that, man, I would kill for that schedule, like rate that the Jags have. I would absolutely kill for it. 110%. Bengals and Bills will both be 13-4. Cam is coming in. Joe Burrow, 1-5 against us. The Browns do not fear the overachieving little brother. Dude, I feel like the Browns are at the very least going to steal one away from the Bengals this year. I mean, those pass rush is absurd, so I really hope that Orlando Brown Jr. was worth the money. I really hope that he was worth the money, man. Don't think that the Bengals are going to run away with that division. I just don't foresee that happening. Troy, my boy, hopefully you show up to the AFC's roundtable tonight. Y'all, AFC's roundtable tonight at 8 p.m. EST. For those of you just joining, make sure you do join because we're going to be going through all of our OTAs, having a good conversation, and then we're releasing the ticket packages for Monday Night Football, Bills versus Jets. You don't want to miss it. Troy, what is going on, my friend? Bills have a fight, but we will make the playoffs. Man, so I'm thinking more than that, Troy. I'm thinking more than that, baby. That's 110% right there. Like, I mean, I still think we're winning the division hands down. I still do. I think it's going to be bloody. It's going to be a damn bloody fight between the Jets and the Dolphins at the end of the day. There's no question about that. Absolutely no question about that. But I still think we win the division, and I think as long as we stay healthy when we can. Because with Von Miller coming out and saying, hey, I guarantee you I'll be back by week 6, that's great news. That's everything any Bills fan could hope for, is the fact that Von Miller will be coming back. I think that he's coming back at the perfect time. Of course, saying that he's guaranteeing that he's back. He's guaranteed us a couple of things in the past, but here we are. That's the perfect time to get that absolute unit of an edge rusher back on this team right before we play the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Jets again, the Dolphins. We're still going to be a team to worry about. You know, I love trolling the Dolphins. I love trolling their fans, but they're a good team, man. Solid defense. Solid defense. Michael's coming in and saying, I know it's just OTAs, but anyone stand out to you so far that's a bit of a sleeper? That's a great question. Let me tell you exactly who I think. Oh, my God, dude, who I am so excited for, and I think he's going to make this team. I really do. I do want to preface this with the fact that I think that our depth on the defensive end side of things, as far as true production, defensive end, pretty weak. Okay? Look at what happened to this defensive line after Von Miller came out last year. Dwindled. For the longest time, we were top 5 in the entire league for like pressuring the quarterback, QB hits. It was all because of Von Miller. There's a gentleman by the name of Shane Ray. Some of you more than likely know who he is. In fact, I'm pretty sure vast majority of you know who he is because he was signed by the Buffalo Bills. He was the opposite defensive end of Von Miller in 2015 for the Denver Broncos Super Bowl year. Had a great year the following year, but then suffered injuries for the next couple of years. He was then out of the league. He couldn't find a home, went to the CFL for a little while, dominated there, and then the Buffalo Bills recently just signed him to come to training camp. Shane Ray, is going to make this team, and not only will he make this team, he is going to be a starter. He is going to be a starter for this team. He is going to fill in the shoes of Von Miller very well for the first 6 weeks. And I wouldn't be surprised if he stays throughout the entire season. I think he has something to prove. As long as the man can stay healthy, he is somebody that is a huge surprise and somebody that I am looking for and rooting for to make this team. I think he's a stud. I really do. Shane Ray is going to make this team, man. He is. There's no questions about it. This is Russo's third year. He needs to have a breakout year. I think that he will. He should. I mean, then again, I was saying the same thing about Ed Oliver. I feel like I've been saying Ed Oliver's breakout year for the past 2 years, right? I think that it's going to be it. I think that he's performed the way that he needs to. Who I liked last year was AJ Epinesa. Very quiet, 8.5 sack year. I thought he did really good at getting to the quarterback. He's not the best at stopping the run. He's not the best at setting the edge. He's not very fast. He's powerful. But I think Rousseau is better in that aspect. But I would absolutely love for Rousseau to have an absolute baller year. I heard both AJ Epinesa and Boogie bulked up. Yeah. I saw some video on the Buffalo Bills page. I think it was like Deion Dawkins was working out in some gym in Miami, and AJ Epinesa walked up, and he did look absolutely yoked. So super excited to see what he can do. Super excited to see what he can do at the end of the day. And so are we still going to have Stefon Diggs? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. Listen, every single year, and you want to know why they do this? Because it's clicks. People want to get clicks. When you make content on the internet, your biggest goal is to get people to watch your thing, click on your video, and get attention. The media knows what they're doing. Bro, Stefon Diggs doesn't show up to OTAs. He never does. Stefon Diggs does not show up to OTAs. He just doesn't. Just how it is. He never shows up to OTAs. So, in my opinion, and like this is like definitely an interesting take, it does kind of rub me the wrong way, because how are you going to go on a media tour after we lose to the Bengals and say, I just don't understand why we just keep losing during these big games, and then not show up during the OTAs and work for it, right? That rubs me the wrong way. As far as me being nervous that he's mad at the Bills, that he wants out, that he doesn't want to be there anymore or be with Josh Allen, not the case, because I think that in his entire career, he's maybe shown up to like 2 OTAs. Last year, I heard he showed up to like, I think a practice or 2 during the first couple of voluntary workouts. But for the most part, dude just doesn't show up. If you search on Twitter that search on Twitter Stefon Diggs no-show, you will see tweets from 2023, probably all the way back to his second year in the league. That was even back when he was with the Vikings. I feel like that's something that's pretty interesting. Oh, man, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Force SRW, new guy in the chat. Haven't seen that in a second. Thank you so much. So do you think that Diggs will keep his head in the game? I do, man. I do. I think half of the frustration for Stefon Diggs last year was the fact that he was just getting double teamed, man. Gabe Davis wasn't that dude. Like, Gabe Davis wasn't that dude that we thought he was going to be. I think that he couldn't live up to the call or the responsibility to be that guy, right? So I think that caused these defensive coordinators to realize, hey, Diggs is like Allen's only option at this point, because Dawson Knox wasn't even utilized until maybe halfway through the season last year, and even then was really only a red zone target. So I feel like the lack of other options that the Bills had to make plays on the offensive side of things hurt Diggs. His head's going to be in there, and his production is going to be just as good. Still well over a 1,000-yard season. I'd probably say close to 1,400 in my opinion, but thank you again for the donation. I really appreciate that. That goes a long way. Delusional Patriots fan, I will be sending a letter to the NFL so Shane is anonymously tested for PEDs. Better not do that. Myles Garrett hasn't been to OTAs in 3 years, and no one questions it here. It's because of the whole like tweet thing that he does. It's because of like that Vikings scenario that happened that led him over to Buffalo in the first place. Is the media loves running with stupid shit, man. They love running with stupid shit, especially during the offseason, because for the most part, like, they're just coming up with really dumb headlines. Like, oh, like the top 5 best drinks that your favorite quarterbacks enjoy, or some like bullshit puff pieces. So when they get like some sort of speculation article, they're going to run with it. And they typically run with this every single year. I feel like I've seen an article, Stefon Diggs no-show at OTAs every single year since he's been at Buffalo, or some form or the other. Someone creating this bullshit narrative, someone creating this absolute nonsense narrative that he wants out of Buffalo, which is so stupid. It's so stupid. Spin agrees with me and says that all this Diggs drama is completely media driven. 110%. He's probably sitting there laughing. He's probably like tweeting screenshots of this, like right to Josh Allen. And he's probably like, oh, damn, man, you hear about this? In jest, of course. It's just stupid. So Keith is saying that I'm pretty sure if Diggs wanted out, he would have said that. Yeah, right? Oh my God, man. I mean, he quoted a Drake song called Someone Come Save Me, or Someone Save Me, was a Drake lyric. And then everyone lost their mind. Like, oh, we want out of Buffalo. Like, bro, like it's legitimately like one of the most trending songs in America right now. Like, relax. Like, you know what that was. But long story short, Diggs is fine. He's staying here. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like he went on ahead and like he like posted a video of him talking to Bills Mafia about a week ago, right? I think everybody needs to just relax on that. And so is it dumb how they always say Allen is ready, but then midseason he falls off? Then we do good, but in the playoffs our defense and Allen sucks. I mean, dude, I wouldn't say that he sucks. Like last year, yeah, he had a bad game, but I mean, that 2020 like playoff season, like, and so the year we lost in 13 seconds, like dude had the highest QBR in NFL history in the playoffs. It definitely wasn't that, man. It definitely wasn't that. I think if anything was to blame last year, hands down Ken Dorsey. Hands down Ken Dorsey and hands down Leslie Frazier. Frazier for calling that soft-ass raggedy zone that he typically does on the regular, and then Ken Dorsey just being new. I mean, maybe he had to attempt to like run around and try and find some sort of solution because Diggs was getting double teamed all the time. We had no damn run game, had zero run game with Devin Singletary, and then with James Cook, wasn't utilized in the pass game at all. Same thing with Hines, wasn't utilized in the pass game, which is one of my biggest wishes going on into this season. Please utilize James Cook and Nyheim Hines in the pass game, for the love of God. Those two, that's the best thing that they do, is that they are threats in the pass game. If you're a threat in the damn pass game, utilize them, okay? Like, I think a lot of things would have been different last year, maybe even in the playoffs. True, damn, but Diggs did say, someone come rescue me. It's a Drake song. That was the lyric I was talking about. So do you think Diggs and Allen will be in sync like after the last playoff game, and will they keep him or trade him? But go Bills. No, dude, he's staying in here, man. Let me actually go ahead and check out his contract situation. Stefon Diggs, Spot Track. Spot Track's a great website, by the way. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. This is just what I typically use. When I'm curious about contracts, and it's totally free. It's called Spot Track if you ever want to check out what a contract looks like. So, bro, like, we still have Diggs this year, next year, and this is when he's due $18 million for a base, bro. Like, he's due $18 million for a base. His base salary is only $1 million, and his signing bonus is $4 million. He's not leaving because he knows dude's getting the bag next year. He's getting the bag next year at $18.5 million. You can't tell me that this man wants out of Buffalo at this point. Like, there's no, like, I can get that, but, like, there's no way that he wants out of Buffalo with something like that. Like, that's just absurd. It's absolutely absurd. There's no way that Diggs wants out of Buffalo when the man is due in 2024, $18.5 million base. We have a potential out in 2025. But as you can see, man, he's not an unrestricted free agent until 2028. So, dude's getting the bag. He's getting up there in age, right? He's 29 years old, which still really isn't that old for a wide receiver. It's really not. He's still got his best years ahead of him, in my opinion. But, and so I really don't think that he would, like, why would he? Like, why would Stefon Diggs leave with that going into fruition? You know what I mean? I just don't see it. Spin says that Diggs just uses Twitter to troll the media. Absolutely. Dude, say that I was in his position, I would be doing the same thing. Knowing that like my tweets could like drive up like 50 bloggers to write like some 3-page article about like all these things. There's no way. Like, I mean, I just don't see how it works out. I will say this about Diggs though, like you can't go on no media tour complaining about how you can't pull it off in the playoffs and then not show up to OTAs, right? That's me. Like, I'm fine if you don't want to show up to OTAs, bro, but like, so you can't go on no media campaign being like, oh yeah, like I just don't understand why we don't. Like, get there with your boys and work, man. Just get there with your boys and work. That's me. So Allen is the main reason the offense did enough last year to finish with 13 wins. It wasn't Dorsey. 1,000%. 110%. It was all Allen. It was Allen improvising on the play. I mean, how many times did you see Allen have to like scramble, run for his life, and then make a play out of thin air like he typically does? Josh Allen is the furthest thing. Josh Allen is the furthest thing from the issue with this offense. That is for sure. So the website also shows you free agents. It does. Yeah. And Spot Track's a great thing. Sal's coming in and saying Diggs is going nowhere. His hissy fit won't stop his money. Exactly. 110%. It's $18.5 million he's due next year. He's getting a $4 million signing bonus. He's excited for it. He's good. He's not going to ask for a trade. But hopefully this year he'll be happy because I think that our team is the best that we have been in a very, very long time. I think that we're really going to be able to like make some moves. I really do. Ricky Graves is coming in saying, I really wish that the rumor would just stop already. Diggs absolutely loves Buffalo way too much to want out. Yeah, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, boys argue all the time. Like, with him and Josh Allen, like, they argue. Like, I mean, like, friends argue all the time. And so I talk shit to my boys all the time. Like, say, like, I'm mad at them, but, like, we get over it in, like, 3 seconds. I guarantee you him and Allen were cool in probably about 5 minutes or, like, that next morning. It's just how it is. By the way, y'all, listen, do me a favor. Smash that like button. So we've been at it about 47 minutes right now. It's been a really solid Bills happy hour right now. Bills Mafia Happy Hour. Like I said, I'm going to continue doing this Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. EST, sometimes 4:30. You want to know how you know? Just make sure you turn on those notifications. Like this video, though, for sure. It takes less than a second. Supports the channel significantly. Really, really appreciate that for you. All right, we got Spin coming back and saying Diggs not being at OTAs is actually beneficial for the tight ends because it allows Allen to build chemistry with other wide receivers. I like that. And so I think you meant team. Yeah, you did. It was the capital TE that threw me off right there. But yeah, most definitely. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's beneficial, but at the end of the day, it's voluntary, right? It's voluntary OTAs. You can't be just going out there and just knocking that out. Okay, we have Force SRW lack of offensive line, and so we need to fix it. But do you think about the new tight end / wide receiver? I am so high on Dalton Kincaid. I'm pretty sure I probably made at least like 2 or 3 videos of me just salivating over what I think Dalton Kincaid is going to do for this team. I really do. He's basically a receiver. We essentially picked up like the best pass catching player in the draft when he fell to us, when we traded up to 25 to go get him. If you just watch his route running abilities from videos at rookie minicamp and yesterday, it's going to be good, man. He's going to be Josh Allen's failsafe. If Diggs is doubled, dude, there's not many linebackers that I could say that are on our schedule, at least, that I think are going to be able to effectively cover Dalton Kincaid. He's going to be like a Cole Beasley, but better and bigger and ready to go. I am absolutely thrilled with that. Oh, we got somebody new in the chat. Arizona Joe. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. And so do you think Trey is downgraded to CB3 at some point during the season? Benford was killing it before he broke his hand, and Elam seemed to be making progress. No, not at all, man. I think that Trey White, like when it comes to an ACL injury, I really think that it doesn't truly come back to complete full 100% strength for at least a year and a half to 2 years. And in Trey's case, he waited about a full year. I think this full offseason for him in training camp, in OTAs, I really think that he is about to get back into his former Pro Bowl self. If you look at his statistics, say that you look at his stats, particularly in like the tackle like category, they're virtually the exact same from back in 2019 and 2020, right before he got hurt that following year. Same thing with coverage. I mean, Guy really only had 6 games on his plate, including the playoffs, but I still think that Sean McDermott really didn't have him going out there being 100% at this point. I'm still confident that Trey White is our number one. I'll have a more concrete answer for you after I see a couple of preseason games, although that I'm sure that we'll see maybe one of him, and that being maybe like 2 or 3 series. So I'll definitely have a better idea week 2 or week 3, but I just think that now that he truly has had a full time to recover during an offseason, he's working out with the team. I think that the days of Trey White being a Pro Bowler are still far, far, far away from being finished. But I'm very excited about Benford. Fun fact, you say this about Benford as well. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but yesterday they were talking about the DB's coach was saying, he hinted, saying that, yeah, Benford is currently sitting at the cornerback position, but he has the football IQ and he has the size to be a safety. So I have a good theory based off of that. My theory right here is the fact that I think that Christian Benford is going to be a safety for this team. I really think that Christian Benford is going to be a safety for the Buffalo Bills this upcoming season. I think they're going to transition him because next year we have Micah Hyde being an unrestricted free agent. We could potentially sign like Micah Hyde onto an extension before training camp or maybe a little bit after June 1st. But it's hard to say what's going through Brandon Beane's head at that point. We got Troy saying Diggs and Allen are fine. They definitely are. Force SRW is coming in saying, do you think it's a make or break season for James Cook? No. I mean, honestly, man, I know that everybody is talking about him being like RB1. It's going to be Damian Harris, man. It's going to be Damian Harris. He's going to like control the carries this year. James Cook was never drafted or meant to be like a bell cow back. If you look at how he played at UGA and in Georgia back when he was there, he was an RB2 and he was known for his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make people miss. Like he was a target for the pass game. I think if we utilize him correctly, he's going to be dangerous for us. And hopefully eventually he can be like an Alvin Kamara for us. I don't think it's make or break. I expect him to take a step in the right direction, but a lot of that has to do with how are we going to implement him, right? Like how are we going to best utilize his skill set? It's not always the player. It's do your coaches put you in a position to succeed? And the best way to succeed for James Cook is going to be him being a threat in the passing game. But I think Damian Harris is going to be like running back 1 this year. Now, the question with Damian Harris is, will he stay healthy? I don't know. He might not. Ricky Graves. Okay. So with even the very tight brothers have arguments and disagreements mean nothing, man. Hopefully Dorsey does get his head out of his ass, though, and start really using our RBs. We have 3 good, capable running backs. We have 4, man, I would say. I would say that we have 4 capable running backs at this point. I'm huge on Damian Harris, huge on James Cook, huge on Latavius Murray, and Nyheim Hines. I think we have 4 that are great. So he has everything you need at his disposal to make this a damn team. I really, really do. Okay, and so do you think that Gabriel Davis is going to be a good number 2? And do you think Cole Beasley will make the cut? Cole Beasley currently isn't on the team. We only signed him to that 1-year deal for the rest of the season. He's not on the depth chart as of yet. I don't think he's at camp right now. I don't think we're bringing back Beasley. I don't think Gabe Davis is going to be a wide receiver 2. I think he's going to be a wide receiver 3, or at least a third target on paper, perhaps. But as far as Josh Allen's first 2 looks, it's going to be Diggs and Kincaid. And then with Gabe Davis, he would be wide receiver 2, but essentially a glorified wide receiver 3. That's me. Dalton was amazing draft pick. Use him in the slot on the left side and have Dawson Knox on the right side. I would love a 2 tight end set. I would be salivating over this. Jordan Smith's coming in saying, is 12-5 or 13-4 a crazy record for the Bills this season? Not at all. I had us going 13-4 this year myself. And so I ended up doing like a record prediction a couple of weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure I said 13-4. Yeah, I got 13-4 coming up. Ricky Graves is saying that Trey White is going to go back to his Pro Bowl form. It usually takes a while, especially the injury that he had. Yeah, man, that ACL is a bitch. So I'm not sure if anybody's ever had an ACL injury before, but like that recovery takes a long time, man. Long time. Some girl I was seeing a long time ago. She was a physical therapist, and she was telling me about that. Like once some player that I was watching very closely got an ACL injury. And she was telling me, she's like, yeah, he's going to be down and out for a minute. So, okay. And so do you think it's a make or break for our defense? Man, I will tell you what, I am very excited to see what Sean McDermott is going to do. I am so excited to see what Sean McDermott is going to do with this team, because Leslie Frazier just would continuously upset me, man. He would continuously upset me this. That soft, raggedy zone, lining DBs so far off the line of scrimmage. Just bend, don't break defense last year. It was so upsetting. I hate not trusting your guys. And the thing is that we always get so soft and so conservative when the game is on the line. Your guys have been doing it all game, right? Like being in these receivers' faces. Trust them. I'm hoping that McDermott can switch this up. I really do. By the way, what the hell was going on with that like Leslie Frazier joining like some like coaching camp? I thought he was taking a break from football. I feel like he got fired. I truly believe that Leslie Frazier just got fired. I don't think he's taking a break from football. I think this was just like a respect thing, and we just didn't want to publicly embarrass the guy. But if he truly was taking a break from football and like he's going to like this NFL coaching event, like, dude, come on. But like I said, I'm going to rest by my theory that I think Frazier got fired and we were just trying to save his face because we had so much respect for him. Spin is saying, what do you think about the new fair catch rule inside the 25 for punts? I think it's stupid. I think it's very dumb. I think that we are going to celebrate it when it happens to our advantage. I really think that it's going to happen, or it's going to celebrate that when it happens to our advantage. And I think we are going to be absolutely pissed off when it happens to our detriment, right? Like those like coffin corner punts are never going to happen again, right? Those coffin corner punts are never going to happen again, especially say that it's a fair catch rule or something. It's nonsense, but here we are. Troy's coming in saying Elam is going to start CB2, and then White, it shouldn't matter. Elam's big play game player. I'm huge with Elam. I have him having a breakout season next year. I really do. Mike Bridges says that if we don't fix our run game, it isn't going to matter. Absolutely no, it's not. But, dude, I'm high on Damian Harris. Man. That guy, if he can stay healthy, that's going to be a 1,000-yard back for us. That's going to be an 1,100 to 1,200-yard back. He's very good. He just has issues with that. Same with Latavius Murray. We're fine, dude. Same with Osiris Torrance, who's probably one of the best like run blocking offensive linemen that came out of that draft. I'm not concerned with our run game. In fact, I'm looking for our run game to be significantly better next year. This is the first time that I'm confident enough in the personnel. I haven't been this confident in the Bills running back personnel in about 3 years. I was never a Singletary guy. But I don't think we use Hines at running back. It's probably going to be more of a special teams, especially after taking it to the house of the touchdown. Yeah, for sure. And then Hardy also does that too. And with Deontay Hardy or whatever, he is also known for his special teams contributions. Smash that like button once again, y'all. Definitely always a good thing. JA17 says, I tore my ACL playing volleyball about 12 years ago. My strength has never been the same. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, like, you need some very expensive PT just to be able to gain it back. It's for real. It's for real. It's how it is. Honestly, after going 13-3, I think we absolutely have gotten better. So I'd say 13-4, 14-3. We have. There's no way. Force RW is saying make or break season for our offense, and will Von Miller be ready? Von Miller apparently guarantees he will be back no later than week 6, he said. So apparently he's giving us a deadline. Von Miller has promised us things before, like OBJ, right? Or D-Hop, right? He's coming. But I trust him. I mean, I think that somebody knows their body. No one knows their body better than yourself, so I think Von Miller is good there. And as far as make or break for offense, nah, man, most definitely. As long as we got Josh Allen on this team, bro, there's always a shot. And so I had a total reconstruction ACL back in 2005, and it took me a year and a half to get back to how I was. Yeah, dude. Like I said. So with anybody that's like worried about like White being gone, like say for example, this was his second or his third one. Yeah, like I would definitely be concerned. But like, bro, like I mean, like you're about to see like there's gonna be a segment on Good Morning Football by week 3 or week 4. And like you're gonna see Kyle Brandt or Peter Schrager freaking out about Tre'Davious White. Being like, how did we forget about this guy? He's been an absolute unit for the Bills. I almost guarantee you that that's going to happen. He's going to, like, not shock the NFL world because everyone knew what he was capable of. But, yeah, dude, don't think for a second that this dude is done because he's not. Mike Bridges says I'm high as well in him, but our O-line has to step up. Yeah, dude, for sure. I like our right side of our offensive line with Osiris. I really, really do. So as far as like inside zone runs, I feel like we should be okay, especially within the interior. Outside, I'm still a little nervous about Spencer Brown, but while it was definitely the offensive line for a run game, I also think it had to do with the fact that we just didn't have like a power back, right? Like somebody that could really just like run between the tackles and get like that yards after contact. And like that's a Latavius Murray. And then that is also a Damian Harris. So I think the small improvements that we've put into the offensive line and the fact that now we actually have 2 true efficient power backs, I think that that's going to be the reason why it's going to improve. That's what I'm thinking. Spins coming in saying, I guarantee you the punt rule change has nothing to do with the player safety. It's just to help keep the offenses more effective. Yeah, dude, they don't care. They don't care about that. Linda, what's up? Right? He ran 2 in. Exactly. Austin, my boy, what up? Thoughts on the fair catch rule is only on kickoffs. Fair catch rule. And so the NFL owners approved a rule change Tuesday involving fair catches for the upcoming season. The ball will be put in play at the receiving team 25-yard line if the fair catch on a free kick, kickoff, or safety kick behind the receiving team. Okay, so it's not punts. It's only safety kick and a kickoff. That's it. Yep. It's just kickoffs and safeties. That's the only time that it is. So the coffin corner punt is still available. Speaking of that, y'all see that Matt Araiza as a tryout for the Jets? Y'all see that? Pretty interesting. And so I see we're still shitting on Singletary. I hope Harris gets double-digit touches a game. Oh, dude, listen, man. Like, I have no hate towards Singletary. I just thought that we could do better, and I think Damian Harris is an upgrade. I really do. Like, I'm not hating on Singletary. I'm thankful for what he did. I thought he was efficient, but I think Damian Harris is an improvement, a significant improvement. It's just play style, man. It's just play style. I just think that Damian Harris is a massive upgrade. Cody, there's going to be a segment on Good Morning Football when Jamie doesn't bring up Taylor Swift because then I start watching again. We own this game. Look, me and you are Dogs fans as well, and they have gotten over the hump. Now we need our Bills. That's what I'm saying, baby. That's what I'm saying. Which reminds me, I am super excited to see Stetson Bennett absolutely ball on the Rams. It's going to take him a couple of years, but watch out. Stetson Bennett's about to be the best quarterback that comes out of that draft. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, boy. Squib kicks can be fair caught. Maybe if caught in air. If not, then probably not. What is our QB room looking like as of right now? We have Josh Allen and Kyle Allen, bro. We have Allen squared for the Buffalo Bills QBs. And so Areza will get the job for the Jets, and he will be a beast punter. Yeah, dude, honestly, man, I'm happy for the kid. I'm very happy for the kid. I'm glad that the Jets invited him for a workout. He's going to be the best punter in the league. He's great. But is what it is. Like, I mean, I think that he deserved another shot. And so I think that he deserved another shot, especially since it came out that girl lied and she tried ruining the poor kid's career. 110%, bro. 110%. I'm so happy that Matt Areza has another shot. I'm pissed that, like, he's not on the Bills because he's a stud. But let's just hope that we don't punt the ball, man. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see how often we punted last year. 2022 punts by team. Oh, dude, this is okay. Let's pull this up. Punts by team. I want to go. Yo. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Guess who the team is. Guess who the team is that punted the least in the league last year. And so right before I show y'all, sound off in the chat. Who is the team that punted the least last year? Sound off in the chat. That's crazy. And so this team also finished significantly in first place. Significantly in first place. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It was the Bills. It was the Bills. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is wild. Look at this. I'm going to make it like larger, as you guys can see. And like my face is actually gone. But like, here, let me actually zoom in real fast. We had 45 punts. Like, we punted the least out of the entire league. So 45 punts, and then next was the Lions. So a whole 7-point differential between the rest of the league. And then the Jets are all the way down here at 83. The Broncos 96. Holy shit. That's something. So do the Patriots. But I think the whole Jets situation had to do with the fact that, hey, you know? And so the Jets situation was just that they had Zach Wilson being their quarterback. So, yes, it sucks that Areza is not on the Bills, but do we need him? Really? And so I think that also like speaks a lot to like our overall offensive efficiency. I mean, yeah, like we definitely had our struggles in the red zone. That's for sure. But like, I mean, like really outside of the red zone, man, I mean, that stat alone that we barely punted the entire year, some wild stuff. That's some wild stuff, man. That's some great stuff. Guys, by the way, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button, baby. Make sure you smash that like button. By the way, not sure if any of you guys are hockey fans. Oh, what the hell did I just do right there? Okay. Say that you're hockey fans or say that you're NBA fans. Well, the finals are coming around for both of those leagues as of right now. And the best way, in my opinion, to celebrate is to throw down a hot little parlay. If you guys haven't checked out Prize Picks before, definitely go on ahead and do me a favor and check that out. Solid little platform where you could legitimately go on ahead and pick a perfect player parlay for a variety of different sports. I typically use this during football season religiously. Like, I'll go ahead and I'll look at, like, oh, Stefon Diggs, he's definitely going to catch over 7 receptions. Josh Allen, he's definitely going to go over 240 yards this game. Hammer the over on that. I think Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to go under 300 yards this game, so I'll smash the under. And it gives you absolutely great parlay opportunities. Say, for example, that you guys wanted to take advantage of that. Prize Picks, I have it pinned right at the top of this live chat right here. They are going to give you 100% matched your initial deposit. So if you deposit $20, then they're going to give you a free $20 on top of what you want to bet for like, so $40, for example. I can go ahead and actually pull it up, show y'all what we got here. Let's check it out. So as you can see right now, they already have NFL season parlays up. They're trying to guess exactly how many passing yards they have for quarterbacks. During the season, they'll have this game by game. But first off, I think this is absolutely disrespectful that they have Josh Allen at a 4,375 yard game. That's his stat line right there. I would hammer the over on that. And then with Patrick Mahomes, right? I'd say less. 4,800 is kind of a lot. But super crazy. You can create wild parlays right over here. Go from there. Add a bunch of other people. And then say, for example, that you wanted to win some major cash, right? Look at that. Just a simple $20 bet could win you 200 if that hits. And like I said, it's not just football. It is also the NHL as well. So you have something from this game that's going to be coming up on Wednesday, which is later this evening. You wanted to figure out with the goalie at Carolina. He has over under with the 27.5 saves or 31.5. And then also NBA, which is pretty wild too. Right now they're doing a special where if say that so if Jokic has more than 0.5 points, then that one automatically hits. So that's absolutely stupid. I think Jimmy Butler would probably go more than 28.5. And then Jason Tatum, I think he's about to absolutely ball. That game is tomorrow at 8:40. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, most definitely. You just keep on doing that nonsense, make this work, and you have some opportunities to win some cash. So say, for example, you are a big person in sports gambling, love sports, hit Prize Picks up, y'all, for real. Code Bills Mafia. That link is in the description. And you can really start watching some football news and getting ready because I'm going to be doing a lot more content about some sports betting, particularly about football. This is a football channel and a football channel only. Have another super chat from my boy. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. What do you think about the safety? They got hurt last year. Do you think he will be okay and play this year or no? Dude, it has been probably one of the most wholesome things I have seen in my life watching Hamlin do some sort of solo drills out on the field with the team. I think it's so cool. Absolutely so cool. So love each and every single second of that. But yeah, most definitely. He's been cleared to play. And I am really hoping that he does make a return because what a damn story. So Ricky Graves is saying that Dallas isn't a scary team. I'm going to be up there for the Bills-Dallas game, actually. I'm actually going to be up there for the Bills-Dallas game. And I'm thinking about hosting an event as well. Because since I've gotten my feet wet and the taste of how fun it is for us to plan an event like we are for the AFC's roundtable, I've gotten so high on it, bro. I've gotten so high on it. So I'm thinking about throwing an event for Bills Cowboys in December. Might even do something a little earlier than that too. I'm really trying to get in on this event game because number one, it gives me opportunities to meet you guys. And then also I love to travel, especially watching my team. So if I can throw a few events in Buffalo, then I'm 1,000% going to do it. Jordan Smith says, Matt Arezzo, will someone sign him? Dude got a bad deal. Yeah, for sure, man. He got invited to a workout to the New York Jets the other day. So that's absolutely crazy. Dallas and Buffalo in December. Hello, Jerry boys. No, it's funny because my buddy's a huge Cowboys fan. So I'm trying to convince him to actually come up with me for that game. It's going to be close to his holiday, but I feel like we'll be able to knock it out. And so about Vaughn in London. Absolutely love it. King Jamie the Mad. What's going on, bro? Dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely always appreciate that, brother. Definitely always appreciate that, man. We had a pretty long stream today. We were going through how the Buffalo Bills stack up against the AFC, and I was saying that there's really not much of a significant gap between any of the contenders in the AFC that some of the media is attempting to allow you to believe. We will see. Ricky Graves saying that Dalton is going to have another great with the tight end like Knox, and Justin Shorter, I think, is going to be good. Bean definitely did good on his draft picks. I think so too. I think that there's going to be a lot in play to see how they, sort of progress. Particularly, I want to see Shorter heavy in the preseason. I really want to see him implemented. I want to see what he can do. Yeah. But I definitely see him being a shoo-in for making the squad. That's for sure. Yeah, man, you're helping me get through this tedious job, dude. I appreciate that, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody tuning in when you can, man. Love this thing. Like, as you all know, I go live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST for my NFL show. And then at 5:30 p.m. EST, I go live for Buffalo Bills Happy Hour, Bills Mafia Happy Hour, baby, where we discuss all Bill stuff, which is going to be good because tomorrow is actually another day of practice. Dude, another donation from my boy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's absolutely dope. I love that. What do you think about the Bears? What are they doing? Man, the Bears, bro. The Bears, man. I think that division, the NFC North, is going to be dominated by the Lions this year. This is their division. I think they win that division by 4 games. I think that the Vikings don't even sniff their talent. I know that their defense, the Lions I'm talking about, has improved slightly, but is still pretty mid. I think their offense is just too firepower. I think that division is for the Lions. I see the Bears improving. I see them winning a couple of more games than last year, but I still have the Bears being a third-place team this year. I really do. I think Justin Fields is going to have a pretty good year. I like that they picked up DJ Moore as their wide receiver. I miss Edmonds. I wish Edmonds was still on the Bills. I think they improved, but I still think that they're about a win or two. I still think that they're that they are a year or two for being a shoo-in for the division. That's for sure. Antonio Dingle, Dan. So you said that you was coming in Miami for Buffalo. Hope to see you there. Oh, dude, absolutely. Absolutely, man. It's January 6th. At that point, I'm going to want to leave South Carolina because South Carolina is still pretty it's not Buffalo cold. It's definitely not Buffalo cold until the 6th of January, but say that I can make a trip down to Miami for January 6th, I will. Fun fact, I'm actually going to be in Miami in July. I believe the last week of July. I'm going to be in Key West for a week, and then I'm going to be in Miami for a week. It's going to be a long-ass trip, but I'll be balling, dude. Yo, worst case scenario, what I might do is I might hit up TD. And so I might hit up TD, and I might see if he wants see if I can go to training camp with him. I feel like that'd be dope because I'm going to be down there during Miami Dolphins training camp. I would love to go to that. And troll a little bit. I'd probably get my ass kicked. Thomas Burke is saying 4-2 wins, AFC East. Yeah, most definitely, man. I see us splitting with the Jets for sure. I definitely see us splitting with the Jets for sure. I see us splitting with the Finns as well. That division is just tough. Fields started to turn it up, started looking promising in the last half of the season. He did. Ricky saying might split with the Dolphins and Jets, but we will easily sweep them Patriots. We've had them figured out finally. Yeah, dude. I would be absolutely shocked. If we dropped one to the Pats. That's for sure. Forces RW, go Bills. Dude, thank you so much for your generosity today, man. I really appreciate that. Really goes a long way on the channel, man. Really appreciate that, dude. You are the man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Bills Mafia Happy Hour, baby. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Oh, my Linda West. Thank you, Linda. Oh, man, I love y'all. So I love y'all. I love the support, man. I love doing this. Ever since I started doing this full time. So once I was able to actually save up enough money, have enough of an audience on TikTok and here to do this full time, it's been fun, dude. My day is Monday through Friday. I mean, I'm living my dream right now, man. I wake up and I just talk about the NFL. I talk about the Buffalo Bills. I do content for you people. I love it. I've never been happier, and I really hope that you guys are seeing that in my content, not only on my live streams, but my pre-recorded videos. I really hope that y'all are enjoying it because I'm definitely putting my heart and soul into a lot of it. So I definitely appreciate all the support and all the love that y'all have been showing my way. Thomas Burke, hey Dan, you gonna do a 420 show? I like that. Damn, Keith, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm going to get going. I have to set up for the AFC's roundtable. That's going to be at 8 o'clock. So make sure that you are subscribed to that channel. Make sure you turn on the notifications. We're going to be going through OTAs, and then we're also doing our big announcement for the main events, which is happening again. We got my boy one last time before I get going. No problem. I own my own esports team, so no problem. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Big dubs, my boy. Welcome to the Bills Mafia, Bills Mafia. See y'all at the AFC's roundtable, y'all. And see you later. Looking forward to it. Deuces.